Have you ever looked up at the sky after a storm, caught sight of a rainbow, and felt that magical little tug in your chest? It's almost instinctive. The moment we see those arcs of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet, we pause, we stare, and sometimes we even try to take a picture. But here's the curious part. The rainbow you're seeing isn't the same rainbow your friend standing right next to you is seeing.
Curious about how the world really works? Not the myths, not the shortcuts, the real science behind everything we see and experience. On this channel, we explore mind-bending physics, unravel the secrets of the universe, and uncover the hidden patterns that shape our reality. If that excites you, subscribe for weekly deep dives into science and discovery. Hit like and share with friends. Your curiosity drives our next adventure. Leave a comment and let us know what puzzles we should solve together.
In fact, no two people on Earth, not even those standing shoulder to shoulder, can ever see the exact same rainbow. That sounds almost like a riddle, doesn't it? Two people, one sky, one rainbow, and yet completely different experiences. It raises some fascinating questions. Why do rainbows appear in the first place? What makes them so unique to each individual? And what does this phenomenon reveal about the way we humans perceive the world? In this video, we're going to unravel this mystery. We'll journey into the science of light and water and vision, but also into the deeper realization that reality itself can look very different depending on who's looking. So the next time you point at a rainbow and say, "Look, do you see that?" you'll know the incredible truth. The rainbow you see is yours alone. What a rainbow actually is. To really understand why no two people ever see the same rainbow, we need to step back and ask a simple question. What exactly is a rainbow? At first glance, it feels like a rainbow is this physical thing floating out there in the sky, almost like a giant painted arch hanging over the horizon. But that's not quite right. A rainbow isn't an object. You can't fly a plane through it, you can't touch it, and you can never stand at the end of one, no matter how many legends promise there's a pot of gold waiting. A rainbow isn't a thing you can go to. It's a phenomenon, an event that happens when light, water, and your eyes all come together in just the right way. Here's how it works. Imagine sunlight as a pure white beam. To us, it looks colorless, but hidden inside that white light is an entire spectrum of colors. Think of it like a secret rainbow packed tightly inside. When that sunlight hits raindrops in the atmosphere, something special happens. The light bends as it enters each drop. That's called refraction. Then inside the droplet, the light bounces off the back wall. That's reflection. Finally, as the light exits, it bends again. Another refraction. And here's the magical part. That bending doesn't happen equally for every color. Red bends just a little bit. Violet bends a lot more. And the other colors spread out in between. By the time the light leaves the raindrop, the hidden rainbow has been unpacked, stretched out into a spectrum, and directed back toward your eyes. But remember, each tiny droplet is only sending you one particular color. One drop may send you red, another orange, another green. The full rainbow you see is actually the combined effect of millions of raindrops, all reflecting different wavelengths of light at just the right angle. So when you gaze at that beautiful arc in the sky, you're not looking at a single solid object. You're witnessing the combined performance of countless water droplets, each one acting like a miniature prism, splitting sunlight and delivering it straight to your eyes. A rainbow isn't out there. It's a creation that exists in the space between the sun, the raindrops, and you. Why your rainbow is not my rainbow. Now that we know a rainbow is not a thing hanging in the sky, but rather a product of sunlight, raindrops, and the observer's position, here's where things get fascinating. no two people can ever see the exact same rainbow. Why? The answer lies in angles. The rainbow you see forms because light is entering specific raindrops, bouncing around inside, and then leaving at about a 42-degree angle for red light and about a 40-degree angle for violet light, relative to the line drawn between your eyes and the sun. That means for your eyes to receive the rainbow, the geometry has to line up perfectly. The sun behind you, the raindrops in front of you, and the light hitting those drops at exactly the right angle. Now here's the kicker. The drops that send light into your eyes are not the drops that send light into your friend's eyes, even if they're standing just a meter away. Each observer is connected to a unique set of raindrops at a unique set of angles. Move a little to the left or right, and suddenly an entirely different collection of raindrops is producing the rainbow you see. It's almost like each person carries their own personal rainbow around with them. Stand side by side, and you'll both say, "Look, there it is." But what you're actually pointing to are different photons of light bouncing from different drops directed toward each of you separately. Think about it this way. Imagine you're at a concert and spotlights are shining through a fog machine. From where you stand, you see beams of light slanting a certain way, creating a glowing effect. Move across the room, and the beams cut through the haze differently. The show looks familiar, but not identical. A rainbow works the same way. Familiar to all, but never identical for any two people. This explains why the idea of chasing the end of the rainbow is impossible. The rainbow moves with you, constantly reshaped by your shifting perspective. If you were to walk toward where you think the rainbow lands, it would retreat, always keeping its distance, like a mirage that belongs only to your line of sight. And here's another beautiful twist. Even both your eyes don't see the same rainbow. Because your left eye and your right eye are separated by a few centimeters, each one is catching light from slightly different raindrops. Your brain combines the two views into a single image, but technically, even you yourself never see exactly the same rainbow twice. So the truth is, a rainbow isn't a shared object in the sky. It's an optical experience that is deeply personal, stitched together from angles, droplets, and sunlight, unique to your position in that precise moment. It's like the sky whispering, "Here's one just for you."
The illusion of the perfect arc. When most of us think of a rainbow, we imagine a perfect, colorful bow arcing gracefully across the sky. But here's a secret. The classic rainbow shape isn't really a static object either. In fact, what we see as a bow is largely an optical illusion created by the geometry of light and perspective. A rainbow is actually a circle. Yes, a full circle. The reason we typically see only an arc from the ground is because the horizon blocks the bottom half. When sunlight hits raindrops above and in front of us, the light reflects and refracts in a cone shape. The apex of the cone is at your eye, the tip pointing away from the sun, and the circular cross-section of that cone is what our brains interpret as an arc. If you happen to be high up, say in an airplane or on a tall mountain, and the conditions are right, you might actually see a full circular rainbow. Pilots often report this astonishing sight, a perfect, uninterrupted circle of colors surrounding the plane's shadow on clouds below. Suddenly, what felt like a two-dimensional curve on the horizon transforms into a three-dimensional marvel, revealing the full geometry of light in action. Even more fascinating, there are rare phenomena that challenge our conventional idea of a rainbow. Supernumerary rainbows, for example, show faint, pastel-colored bands inside the main rainbow. These are caused by interference patterns of light waves, light bending around droplets and overlapping in delicate, almost ethereal layers. And then there's the moonbow, a rainbow created by moonlight rather than the sun. Moonbows appear mostly white to the naked eye, but cameras with long exposures reveal their hidden spectrum. All of this highlights the personal and transient nature of the rainbow.
It's not just the unique set of raindrops that makes your rainbow yours. It's also your viewpoint, the surrounding landscape, and even the quality of light. No two people standing at different elevations or looking through slightly different air conditions will see the exact same bow, circle, or spectral pattern. In other words, the rainbow is not a fixed masterpiece painted across the sky. It's a living, breathing experience, shaped not only by nature, but by you, the observer. It's dynamic, ever-changing, and profoundly personal. So, the next time you spot a rainbow stretching across the clouds, pause for a moment. Remember, that delicate arc is a tailor-made experience, existing only for your eyes in that precise instant. And that's part of the magic. Every rainbow is a fleeting, personal gift from the sky. The role of human perception. We've talked about light, water droplets, and angles, but there's another critical ingredient in this rainbow equation. You. More specifically, your eyes and your brain. Without them, the rainbow doesn't exist at all. When sunlight exits a raindrop, it enters your eyes as colored light at specific angles. But your eyes don't just passively record light like a camera. They interpret it. The rods and cones in your retina respond to different wavelengths, turning them into electrical signals that travel to your brain. Your brain then assembles those signals into the image you perceive, a vibrant arc, bow, or circle of colors. And that's where things get even more personal. Each person's eyes are slightly different. Some people perceive colors more vividly, others see subtler contrasts. Age, lighting conditions, and even fatigue can slightly alter the way your brain interprets the spectrum of light coming from the raindrops. That means even two people standing in the same spot, observing the same physical conditions, might perceive slightly different colors or intensities. This is why a rainbow is both an objective and subjective phenomenon. Objectively, the physics of light and water droplets create the conditions for the rainbow. Subjectively, your perception, shaped by biology, brain processing, and past experiences, decides what the rainbow looks like to you. It's a reminder that reality is not just out there waiting to be seen. It's something that unfolds in collaboration with the observer. Each rainbow is a conversation between nature and the human mind, a fleeting masterpiece that exists in the intersection of physics and perception. Even the shape can appear differently depending on where you stand. Move a few steps left or right, and your perspective changes the angles of light reaching your eyes. The red might seem higher, the violet lower, or the curve more stretched. The rainbow shifts suddenly, always reminding you that it belongs to no one but the observer at that moment. So the rainbow isn't just a lesson in optics, it's a lesson in perspective, both literal and philosophical. It shows us how the world we see is always filtered through our senses, our biology, and our position in space and time. In a way, each rainbow is a gentle nudge from the universe, telling us no two experiences are identical, and some beauty exists solely for you to witness.
Philosophical reflections. What rainbows teach us about life and perspective. Rainbows are not just natural spectacles, they're also powerful metaphors for life. When you pause to consider that no two people ever see the same rainbow, a larger truth begins to emerge. Perspective shapes reality. In life, just as in the sky, people experience events differently. Two people can witness the same moment, a conversation, a sunset, a challenge, and walk away with entirely different memories, interpretations, and emotions. Just like the raindrops that form your rainbow and not someone else's, each person's experience is unique, tailored by their position, background, and perception. Rainbows remind us to respect this diversity of perception. What seems clear, obvious, or even beautiful to you might appear differently to someone else. Recognizing this doesn't diminish your reality, it enriches it. It helps cultivate empathy, patience, and humility.
After all, if a simple meteorological event can exist uniquely for each observer, imagine the complexity of human experience. The rainbow also teaches us about impermanence. Each one exists only in a fleeting moment, reshaped by sunlight, raindrops, and the observer's position. Walk away and it's gone. Try to capture it perfectly in a photograph, and you might find the colors slightly muted or the shape distorted. Life, too, is full of ephemeral moments, some bright, some subtle, some unique to you. And the challenge is to recognize, appreciate, and savor them while they last. There's another subtle lesson in the personal nature of rainbows. Beauty doesn't need to be shared to be meaningful. Even if no one else sees your rainbow, its value remains. In a world that often measures success or beauty by popularity or recognition, rainbows quietly remind us that some of the most profound experiences are personal, intimate, and entirely yours. Finally, rainbows are a celebration of collaboration, even in their individuality. They exist because sunlight, raindrops, and observers come together in just the right way. Similarly, life's moments of wonder often emerge from the intersection of different elements: effort and timing, knowledge and curiosity, nature and human presence. The perfect rainbow, like the perfect moment, cannot be manufactured, only witnessed. So next time you see a rainbow, pause and reflect. Remember that the universe has painted a unique masterpiece just for you. It is fleeting, personal, and beautiful. A reminder that perspective matters, impermanence is natural, and the world is richer because of the countless unique experiences unfolding every moment. So, what have we learned today? A rainbow is not just a colorful arc in the sky. It's a personal masterpiece created by sunlight, raindrops, and the unique perspective of your own eyes. No two people ever see the same rainbow, and even your own eyes never see it exactly the same way twice. It's a reminder that beauty can be fleeting, experiences are deeply personal, and perspective shapes everything we perceive. The next time you see a rainbow, pause, marvel, and appreciate that this moment, this view, belongs entirely to you. And maybe, just maybe, that's the most magical part of all.